All right, guys, good morning. This will be a short one. I have a dentist appointment coming up here shortly. It's just down the road, so I can do this quick one. We'll be talking movie news this morning and not so much technology, although, of course, technology is used to make movies. So let's talk about the Barbenheimer effect. Now, I have not seen any of these movies that I will be talking about. I'm a little miffed that I have to travel a minimum of 60 miles total to go see a single movie because we no longer have a theater. It shut down during the pandemic and it never reopened, and it's done. Thank you, AMC. So it's partly COVID, partly local politics. It is what it is, as one of my friends used to say. Barbenheimer is an internet phenomenon that began circulating on social media before the simultaneous release of two blockbuster films, Barbie and Oppenheimer. I guess the number one film in the country is Barbie. That is not a movie I will probably go see. I will probably go see Oppenheimer one of these days if I get some friends to drive with me. So what's been happening here with these movies? And by the way, I read where Oppenheimer, there's a blooper in one of the scenes with the American flag. It's showing 50 stars, 50 states, but I believe back then, during Oppenheimer's time, two states were not yet part of the United States. I believe Alaska and Hawaii, maybe. I think. Those of you who are history professors, correct me if I'm wrong. But it's showing all 50 stars instead of 48 states, 48 stars. So that is a blooper that's apparently somebody caught. Oopsie. But hey, we'll let it pass. I heard Oppenheimer might be Christopher Nolan's best film. I've seen his films. He's a very talented director. I don't think I've seen all of his films. But that being said, the Barbenheimer effect has people seeing both movies, and in one case, where Barbie was sold out, people went to see Oppenheimer, and the movie gained $5 million in ticket sales that particular day. So I guess one hand washes the other, or one movie helps the other. Don't think I've ever heard that before. Now this comes at the expense of Mission Impossible. Mission Impossible 7. And there's a spoiler here, guys. If you haven't seen the movie, I guess one of the characters, the female, doesn't make it. Why did Ilsa Faust die? Or did she really die at all? I have no idea. Other news here, Mission Impossible 7 suffers franchise worst slump at the box office. Again, I haven't seen any of these movies because I have to drive fairly far. And I'm not in the mood to drive, I'll be quite honest. You know, it's summertime, I want to be close to family, at the pool, with friends, drinking out on the patio. But that's a different story. So have you seen any of these movies? But I heard Mission Impossible 7 is the best one since Fallout. It's definitely a good movie, fun to watch. But this apparently it's slumping compared to the other two. Although I suspect it is still going to make money because, well, Tom Cruise is just nuts. I need to ask my dad, what was it like working with Tom Cruise on Vanilla Sky? I believe was the movie, if I recall him mention it. Anyway, the biggest news maybe is not these two movies, these three movies, not Barbie, Oppenheimer, or Mission Impossible. It might be a little movie that you may have heard. It's called Sound of Freedom, starring Jim Caviezel. This is from Angel Studio. This is the true story of child trafficking and this agent, I guess an FBI agent, trying to fight the darkness of child trafficking. Yeah, it's a federal agent saves a boy from traffickers, but his sister is still captive. Anyway, I have not seen the movie. This is from a smaller studio called Angel Studios. This is a perfect example of one man believing in a film, Jim Caviezel, and then word of mouth and apparently crowdfunding from Angel.com, from Angel Studios, that helped get this movie to the theaters. Maybe I need to contact this Angel Studios about my dad's film, because it's also based on a true story. Interesting. Yeah, Sound of Freedom might be the surprise hit of the year. This is a relatively low-budget film that I believe has surpassed $100 million at the box office without any advertising, which is virtually impossible, or almost impossible. But they pulled it off. I can see here it has a moviegoer score of A+. That is that's amazing for a low budget movie to do $100 million, and probably will continue to grow in ticket sales. I heard this movie will open your eyes. It'll make you cry, for what the one reviewer stated. Yeah, well done to the producers of Sound of Freedom. All right, so as far as what's been going on here, I've been trying to enjoy the summer as much as possible. Summers in Ohio are very short. They just go too fast. I'm probably not the only one complaining about that. I would try to enjoy it with friends and going to the pool and stuff like that. Still using Linux Mint. Still using Windows 11. No more Ubuntu. Those of you who have followed this channel over the years. Yeah, I just fell out of love with Ubuntu. Just too many problems. Problems that really should not be there for a premier operating system. But that being said, enjoy life, watch a good movie, go see Sound of Freedom. I think that may be the movie of the year. That's the one to see that'll leave you leaving the theater with an impression that'll probably stay with you. I heard that the music score is outstanding, so go check out Sound of Freedom. I probably will. I would also like to see Oppenheimer and Mission Impossible 7. God, I wish we had a theater. I am so miffed. There are other words I want to say, but I can't. This is a family channel. All right, that's all I have for this one. I need to get to my dental appointment. Go see Dr. Jenny? I always like female doctors. They always make me feel better while they got that tool, at the dentist office. Yeah, time for a teeth detailing, as it were. All right, that's it for this one. Keep in touch. Let me know what you guys have been doing over the summer. Let me know if you see any of these movies. And I'll catch you on the next one. Arrivederci.